Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. So Jennifer is getting ready to go link up with Trouty, and she's on the phone with Bill, and she's letting him know. And I really don't like that Jennifer is doing this. I get it. She's doing what she has to do for the sake of peace, and she wants, she wants to go along to get along. But it's just like, Jennifer, this is not enjoyable to watch. This might, girl, this gonna cost you, girl. But anyways, meanwhile, Trouty is over there at her home getting ready, and her old lady comes up the steps, and she's explaining how she's going to meet Jennifer. And he's like, yeah, I give you a lot of credit for trying to make it nice with her. Don't nobody care what you had to say, Joe B. Go away from us with whatever. Just go away. So anyways, Trouty and Jennifer, they're I think at a coffee shop or a bakery. I don't really know. But Jennifer's just letting her know, me and my husband, we went through whatever we went through. We just didn't want anyone to know. It was between us. We wanted to protect our children, and you told. And Jennifer can barely get her thoughts completely out, and Margaret is just bombing her with apologies. No, that's not what I wanted. I never thought that, this was going to harm you the way that it did. And it's just like, girl, shut up. Let her say what she has to say. And she was like, no, I never wanted you to feel this way. I just thought it would roll right off of you. Your culture and this. And it's like, stand in your shit. I could almost like Margaret if Margaret would just be like, girl, you know what? You really came for me. And I told you, now you're going down. I told you that you should have believed me. I told you was gonna go down. I could respect that. Because like I've said in the past, I truly do not. I love Jennifer. I love Jennifer. But I don't care that Trouty exposed this secret. As much as I love Jennifer and as much as I feel bad for whatever she's going through, when I saw her daughter in the kitchen that day they were having that conversation, it tugged at my heart. But you are on Housewives, and this is what people do on Housewives, and your hands ain't been too clean, Jennifer. So, like I said, I don't really care that Trouty did this to you. But Margaret, girl, Trouty, I'm gonna need you to just be a real bitch and just say, yes, you tried me at that reunion, and I promised you was gonna go down. And this what happened. But of course, she can't do that because she don't want to look like how Teresa was looking last season. She don't want to be the bad guy. She did that to whip you into shape, and now she's tired of looking bad. So now she's trying to bombard her with apologies, and it's like, girl, whatever. So they're talking, and I don't even really want to get too much up into it, but they're talking back and forth, and she's just like, I don't understand why Jackie was coming at me, and I don't understand why this, and I don't understand why that. And I'm really getting irritated why everybody keeps making it seem as if Jennifer was digging recently. Margaret, you had to dig deep for a 10-year-old secret. You couldn't find nothing up to date. You dug up something 10 years ago, but no one's talking about you digging. You carry a shovel on your back because you always ready to dig into somebody's business, but Jennifer is the one that's digging. However, Jennifer did not dig on Jackie and Evan currently. This was all last year. This was all addressed last year. And everybody is walking around with this as if she just did this today. She did this season. This was last season when she did this. They showed when Frank told Margaret, she asked me about pictures last season. Margaret is speaking for Jackie, and she says she's upset that you were digging. She's upset that Teresa didn't even do all of that. And so Jennifer was like, how you know Teresa didn't do that? And then Margaret was like, what? And so Jennifer catches herself, but it's too late. You said too much already, which I promise I don't care nothing about. As much as I love Teresa, y'all know I love her down, but I don't care because this is Housewives and this is what y'all do. And I don't know. I don't know how that's going to turn out for you, Jennifer, but okay, girl. But Jennifer, girl, you exhaust me, girl. She sat down here and spilled all her tea to Margaret. She tells her, I don't know where I stand in my marriage. And Margaret, she know everybody's business for a reason. She gonna use this against you. She gonna use this again. This will come up again. By the end of this sit down, um, Jennifer thinks she has a friend. I hope she don't really believe she has a friend in Margaret. Like, I really hope you don't believe that, Jennifer. But anyways, they hug, and even when they leave the restaurant, they're outside, and Jennifer is just really besides herself. And like I said before, I know that the new nose was bothering her. Feeling iced out really got to her. This secret being exposed really got to her. Whatever she's had to deal with her family and her children, it all has just been too much on one person. And we all know that sometimes what can happen when things become too much. So, yeah, Margaret don't want to look bad. So she's trying to be there for Jennifer, and she's hugging her and she's giving her a pep talk. And it's like, girl, you broke her down to try to build her up. You set fires and you try to put them out. All right. So Stacy has invited all the women to go to some type of team building, climb the trees, trust activities. And didn't the girls in Potomac already do this? She's acting like this is some unique experience. Whatever. Let me stop. But yeah, she's inviting everyone and they're like, okay, we're gonna do it. You know, whatever. You know, these girls don't do this type of thing, but okay. So as Jackie is pulling out her outfit choices for this team building activity, she decides to talk to Evan and said that she heard back from Renfrew and they suggested that she do an inpatient treatment. She said that's impossible. That's out of the question. They gave her another option to say, hey, you know, you can come here 3 times a week. She said absolutely not. She has children. She's not doing it. And then the third option, and I believe before she even got to the third option, Evan was growing annoyed with her because I don't know nothing about no eating disorder. Um, I don't know nothing about that, okay? I'm not trying to be funny, but I don't know nothing about that. I don't know how that works, but it don't look too good for the professionals to be telling you what they recommend, and you're like, yeah, that's not gonna work for me. What else you got? That ain't gonna work for me either. It doesn't look too good, Jackie. And it seemed like Evan is irritated with you, Jackie, that you're not jumping on whatever you need to do to get yourself help. And at least you have the resources to do so. I don't know how these places work, but I'm nervous that they may not want to deal with you if you telling them what you not gonna do. I don't know. That's the feeling that I got. Like, girl, are they even gonna want to put up with you if you telling them what you're not gonna do? I don't know. But it seemed like Evan was really annoyed with Jackie. But she was just like, I know myself, that's not gonna work, and this, that, and the third. And it's just like the talk that they was giving you, Jackie, about your heart and this, that, and the third. I think she need to listen to them people. I don't know. Like, that was kind of, it made me uneasy. Her saying, yeah, that ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I ain't trying to judge her, but that made me uncomfortable to watch that part. But hopefully she figures it out. So Bill and Jennifer have a little conversation and she's like downloading him on what happened between her and Margaret. And she was like, she was really helpful and she was this and she was that and she was that. And Bill is pulling her back to reality like, girl, you really think she's your friend after everything? It needed to be said. I know y'all are mad at Bill, but it needed to be said. Like, girl, you can't be serious. You really trusting Margaret right now? But Bill is like, F them people. Bill is like, F them people, F this show, F all of them. Like, just bye. And I'm kind of with Bill. Like, I mean, I'm not one of them people that's like, oh, this is Margaret's fault. This isn't Bill's fault. I'm well aware that Bill is the one that cheated. But the thing about it is, she decided to forgive her husband 10 years ago. It is absolutely 100% Margaret's fault that this old wound is being ripped open. That's what Bill caused the wound. Absolutely, he caused the wound. But Margaret ripped it open. She ripped the scab open. That is not okay. And why everybody's like, she should be mad at Bill. It's like, why? If she won't be mad at Bill, okay, fine. That don't mean I ain't got no anger for you, bitch, for embarrassing me and making my children have to go through something that we sheltered and we hid and protected them from. I have a right to be upset. She has a real right to be mad with Margaret. So I don't know why we all sitting up here acting like Margaret didn't do nothing. Margaret, you did something. If we can be mad at Teresa for bringing the Evan cheating rumors to the show, then we can be mad at Margaret too. Like, I mean, I don't know. I just don't like all this mental gymnastics that everybody is doing. Like I said, I don't care that Margaret did it. But I'm not going to sit up here and act like she didn't do anything wrong. Like, she did do it. Let's have the same energy. Let's keep the same energy now. Margaret goes over to Jackie's house and they having a little sit down talk while the kids swim, behind them or whatever. At the same time, Teresa and Jennifer go over to Dolores and she's telling them about her mother's surgery. Dolores, I'm tired of you talking about that damn David. Because there's something that you're not telling us. And until you decide you're going to tell us that, you can just keep you and your David stories to yourself. Because her mom just had, I think, triple bypass. I don't know what she had, but she had something really, something serious. Type of bypass surgery on her heart. She's in ICU. And then she lets us know that her sister, her, and David are all fighting over where her mom should recover. And she's like, David was there and he didn't speak to me. He's speaking to the family. Whatever weird game you and David are playing, until you're ready to tell us everything, we don't want to hear no more about David. Because it's like literally I was watching it and it like annoyed the fuck out of me. Why does David get to this? I want her with me. First of all, if David didn't have any time to spend with you, how is he going to take your mom to his house to recover when he got to work at the hospital 24/7? Dolores, shut up about David. Stop it. Anyways, Dolores is talking about her feelings and her emotions about how this stupid ass David and her mom being sick. And Jennifer segues the conversation into her emotions about what happened with Bill and this secret coming out and all this other stuff and how she met up with Margaret the other day. At the same time, Margaret is telling Jackie what's going on. And it just keeps going back and forth. Jennifer, stand up. I'm tired of, I'm just annoyed with what's going on. Jennifer speaks about, well, Bill walked out at the boys' night, at the guys' night, or what have you. And I'm just tired. I'm tired. Teresa mad about this whole boys' night her damn self because her man went back and told her how Tiki was giving her boyfriend a third degree. Teresa don't even know y'all. Teresa don't even know you, Tiki, or Tracy, or Stacy, or whatever you want to call yourself. She don't know y'all. And Teresa takes this moment to jab Stacy and say, I heard she was the nanny and she was sleeping with this man while his wife was pregnant. I don't ask about that. Why she asking about my man? And I have to agree, right? Like I've said, I don't trust Louis. And in real time, I think a police report or something has come out about Louis being, having a DV charge or claim or accusation. I don't really know. I ain't reading all of that shit. Okay. I done told y'all I don't trust Louis. And I don't want Teresa to be with him just yet. But she gonna do what she wanna do. Okay. But it's really, 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 really weird for Teresa and Stacy and Tiki to not have no kind of connection, no kind of friendship, and y'all are just so fixated on Teresa's relationship to the point where it's pissing me off. Because if anyone has real, genuine concern for Teresa, this is not how you go about. You just don't go about it this way. But Teresa, she mad as hell, and she's coming for Stacy's neck. Anyways, it's a day of the team building situation, and they're all there. And Dolores, you got on my nerves. As the women are arriving, Trouty makes it her job and her duty to let everyone know that she met up with Jennifer, and she's telling them, oh my God, the marriage is crumbling. The marriage is going on. The marriage is hanging on by a thread. So now all of a sudden, Melissa feels bad. Melissa, that was the same one in the car gloating about her husband's checked out the marriage. Her husband's this. She even had her mamas and sisters chiming in on the state of Jen and her husband. And now you feel bad. Okay. Y'all be showing y'all ass on these shows. Y'all be showing y'all ass on these shows, and then when shit comes at your front, at your doorstep, then y'all want to be like, oh my God. No, y'all don't be remembering the fuck shit that y'all be doing to other people. But it's cool though, Melissa and Trouty. It's cool. Anyways, Jennifer gets there, and Jennifer, she is just, I don't like this Jennifer. Like, she is just, it makes me uneasy. It like really triggers me, like how she's just so wound up. I'm sure her stomach hurts constantly. Like, she is a ball of nerves, and it's just like, Jennifer, why was you sticking your forehead in everyone's business when you had such a secret that you didn't want nobody to know about? Because the way you are acting, it's like, girl, I'm gonna need you to snap. Well, maybe you did snap out of it, because she's the old Jennifer on these after show episodes. So I hope that's the Jennifer that shows up at reunion, because this Jennifer, I don't want to see her too much more after this. I don't want to see her no more. Because, girl, you stand in your shit. You were a messy bitch. You played messy with them girls, and they played messy with you. It's okay. This weak, sympathetic, crying all the time, I can't take it. I cannot. I do not blame you for asking the questions. I don't blame you for being messy. But these are like, girl, how did you not expect this to come out? Anyways, she shows up there, and like I said, she is this mousy, oh, I'm so scared, a shell of a person. Melissa wants to have a conversation with her, and she pulls her to the side and tries to be nice. But it's like, girl, Melissa, go to hell. You don't mean nothing that you're saying, because you was too excited and too happy to say that her man does not want her. Her man is checked out the hospital. I mean, her man is checked out of the marriage. You don't care nothing about this girl's marriage and what happens to her and her. Like, stop playing in our face, okay, Melissa? Like, go on with that, okay? Anywho, Dolores gets there, and Dolores, I don't remember who the order no more. All I know is Dolores gets there, and she running her mouth too, telling the girls like, huh, be careful, Teresa coming in hot. Pissed her off. You and your stupid ass husband was asking her man all them questions. She not here for y'all today. Y'all better tread lightly. And Margaret also lets the girls know that Jennifer slipped up and said that Teresa was asking questions, and that possibly the reason why Jennifer was asking questions was because Teresa wanted her to, which I guess. I feel like we all know at this moment that the rumors were out there. Teresa did not make them up. They were out there. So if Teresa was digging, I don't care that Teresa was digging, because Jackie, you tried her, and she finally did something. I just don't care. I really don't care if she was digging, if she wasn't digging. All you bitches are messy. All you bitches be digging. That's what y'all do. This is what y'all do. This is the brand. This is New Jersey. This is what y'all do on y'all show. Okay? So anyways, my girl Teresa shows up, and I know y'all don't like her, but whatever. My girl Teresa shows up with gifts, and she's walking up the path, and she's letting them know, like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll go up there with a couple of y'all that I don't like, so I can throw y'all down. And I don't care what y'all say. Teresa's my type of bitch. She came in there and she let y'all know what the energy was. I ain't fooling with none of y'all. I'm mad. But she's decided the pairings, and of course she's paired herself with Teresa, and she was like, oh, I'm pairing everyone who's not usually gonna get along. Girl, you paired yourself with Teresa because you know Teresa's the star of the show. cut the crap. Don't feed us no bullshit because we don't want none. Okay, we know what you up to, right? But Teresa is like, Miss Mamas, you pair me with you gonna definitely take. Oh, you gonna go down, girl. Anywho, these people are really trying to make this an enjoyable event, and Teresa's just not here for it. She was just like, I really don't want to do this. Why we out here doing this? I don't like these heifers. I really don't want to do this. I don't want to. That's what she on. And eventually they start this whole exercise, and Teresa's just talking shit. At some point, she went there looking for a fight. Everybody was like, oh, Margaret got under Teresa's skin. No, Teresa was on one. She wanted the smoke. She didn't care she didn't care what it was. She didn't care nothing about what they had going on. She wanted the smoke. She was angry. At one point, Margaret was like, ooh, Teresa, the lip gloss is gonna attract the bugs, girl. You need to get you some bug spray. And Teresa was like, what you say about my lip gloss? She just wanted a fight. You could have said, Teresa, you look beautiful today. Why would you say I'm beautiful? Like, she wanted a problem. And I understand being mad. Like, I don't really see it for Louie like that, but I get, like, she tired of them playing with her. She tried to be cute and enjoy her little, whatever, her love bubble. And you hoes keep trying her. I don't remember who went up first. Somebody went up first. I don't know if it was Dolores and Jackie. I think it was. I think Jackie was guiding Dolores as Dolores was crossing over the logs or whatever. And they get down. And so Teresa walks into them and she's like, what y'all talking about? And they're over there talking. And Jackie says something like, oh my God, Margaret is not someone you want to make your enemy. And later on in the after show, Jackie is saying how you don't want to make Margaret your enemy because she knows everything about everyone and da-da-da-da-da. Makes... Jackie, you shouldn't have said that because now we know that Margaret knows something about you and Evan, and that's why you are all up her behind. But we knew that. Anywho, Teresa walks up on them and she's like, what y'all talking about? And she was just like, oh yeah, you know this. And they start talking about Jennifer. I think at this moment, Jennifer was up in the air trying to cross the logs. And Teresa's just like, I don't like this and that. And Margaret, she was wrong for talking about Bill cheating. Why would she do that? And then Jackie's defending Margaret and she was like, Teresa said something like, Margaret let the cat out of the bag. Jackie says she didn't put the cat in the bag. Well, if she didn't put the cat in the bag, then it wasn't her bag to let the cat out of. Maybe. I'm just saying. Anywho, Margaret can hear it, and Margaret doesn't like that because Margaret don't want to look like the bad guy. Teresa looked like the bad guy all last season. Not to me, but to y'all. Teresa was the bad guy because she did what she did to Jackie, and Jackie was so distraught that she couldn't comb her hair for 3 episodes. So she don't want to look like Teresa did last season. And so Teresa's calling her out on it. You don't want to look like shit, but you look like shit. And she said, well, you look like shit all last season. And everybody swore up and down that Marge ate. Marge did not eat. Marge was shivering the entire time that she was talking that shit to Teresa. She was scared. And she turned her back because she was hoping that Teresa would just leave her alone. And Teresa's walking up on her from behind. Now, Teresa, girl, be careful because you can't be walking up on people from behind now. You don't know what they got on them. It's never a good thing for someone to be afraid of you. Let me just say that. Because if I'm afraid of you, I'm fighting for my life. I don't care how small the fight is. So, Teresa, be careful with that. They hit us with a to be continued. And I hope it's worth what they saying. I hope it gives what they say it's going to give. Because we know Teresa and Stacey going to get into it. But that's pretty much all that happened. Yeah, Teresa showed up to that team building thing on one. And I don't blame her. Like, this is the show, right? She's supposed to pretend like she's okay with the bullshit that they're doing. No. You want to try me? I'm going to try you. Y'all ain't going to get me to dislike Teresa. Like I said, is she wrong? I'm going to call her out. But y'all not going to make me not like Teresa. Because Teresa is 1,000% right. If she was wrong last year because she brought the Evan cheating rumor to the show, even though we have now confirmed that the rumor was out there and that Teresa did not start it, she merely brought it to the show, but she was wrong for it, then Margaret, you're wrong for what you did to Jennifer. I don't understand why it's different. Is it only wrong that Teresa did it on a odd number season and it's right for you, Margaret, because you did it season 12 and it's an even number? Like, I don't get why it's different. All of it is mess. People feelings got hurt at the end of the day. It is what it is. All of you guys are drenched in hypocrisy. Like, no, there are no innocent parties here. No one is innocent. Anyways, I don't know. We'll see what happens next episode. That's my sound off. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.